Most women don't realize it, but constantly explaining yourself is the one habit quietly controlling your life. It seems harmless and polite, but this need to justify yourself to everyone is exactly why nothing in your life ever changes. And so in this video, I'm gonna share the mindset that changed everything for me. Here's the thing about over-explaining. It comes from a very deep-rooted belief that your decisions alone are not enough, and that not enough feeling comes from a lack of self-trust. You don't believe you are capable of creating a life that you love for yourself without anyone else's approval. Something inside of you thinks that if you make a decision without explaining yourself, then people are gonna think you're rude. If you say no, then someone is gonna leave you. So you preemptively build what I like to call a case against yourself. You make yourself easier to understand. You're always adding justifications to why you're doing things. So you're trying to sort of filter things through the lens of other people and what you think they will accept. It might not be something you want to wear, it might not be something you want to do, it might not be a way you want to live, but because it's already been validated by other people, in your head, in your mind, in your body, you feel like that is relieving in some sort of way. All of that is asking for permission. You're basically handing over your sovereignty and authority in your life to someone else and saying, I don't trust myself to make these decisions for myself, or I don't feel confident in people approving these choices, so why don't you just do it all for me, and whatever you say, I'll do. And when you constantly do that, you constantly hand your choices over to other people for acceptance and to have the final say, they are going to, and they do, start expecting that from you. So now to that person, to those people, your decisions are always up for debate because that's the way you've been presenting it. So every time you ask somebody for approval on what you're doing, you inch by inch open up this door to a free-for-all of whatever you want to say about my life and what I'm doing. Go for it. I will take it, because now that door is so wide open. There's no security at that door. It's just anything and everything is passing through. In my own life, years ago, this used to happen all the time because I was constantly asking people for approval on everything. What I should wear, what I should do, how I should do it, if they think that's a good idea. Anything and everything I was filtering through other people. And when you consistently do that, they then feel entitled to having an opinion in your life and what they think is best for you and what you should do. And now you've conditioned yourself to just listen. You truly believe that what they're saying is the most important thing and it trumps your decision or your inner calling above all. When I was 22 years old, I got hit with a mystery condition, a mystery illness. I was bedridden for years. It took years of my life. And through that, weirdly enough, there was a silver lining. I was forced into silence. I was thinking about everything. One of those things being my career. I went to school, I did my undergrad for sociology, psychology, and criminal justice. I wanted to be a lawyer. Now, halfway through my degree, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Did I share that with my parents? No. I was very career confused, and what I'm saying is that this silence really forced me into this realization about I don't need to explain that to anyone. Nobody needs to know why I don't want to do it. They don't need to know why I want to pursue YouTube and content creation and why I've chosen this path for myself, as long as I trust that decision. And so for me, the silence and the years that I had to basically just stay in my bed and not do anything made me, weirdly enough, develop this backbone of no, this is my life. Because I genuinely thought I was passing away. I'm if this is my last day on earth, would I have wanted to just do what everybody else told me to do? No. And the reason I say this more specifically about career is because career is one of those things that people really just feel like they need to follow a scripted path that has already been laid out for them, which can cause major anxiety. And that's why I'm really excited to share today's sponsor, strawberry.me, because if you're in that place right now where you're figuring out what to do next, feeling stuck between maybe what you've studied, like me, but what you actually want to do, strawberry.me connects you with certified coaches who actually help you get clear on the things that you might want. They help you build a real strategy and actually help you follow through on it. Think of it as like therapy for your career with their certified coaches. And the best part about these sessions is that they don't just give you generic advice. They genuinely work with you to get you clear on what you are actually working towards, your goals, and then they build with you a personalized strategy to actually help you get there, which is like the most important thing, and having that support, actually following through. So they help you actually stay committed and follow through on the things that you guys have built out together in your sessions. It's a very structured and results-driven process, but the best part, which is my favorite, is it's not just for executives. So it's virtual, it's flexible, and it's for anyone who is done waiting for their career to just change on its own, because we know that's just not how it happens. I really wish I had this during my transition when I was 22. I'm now turning 29 in like 3 weeks. It's really something that I would take advantage of, especially right now. They're offering 50% off your first coaching session. So visit strawberry.me/Vikita Trivedi to get matched with your certified career coach today. You don't need this kind of rock bottom situation to happen to you to realize that you do not need to explain yourself to anyone. And the moment you stop doing that is the moment you actually start living a life that feels good for you because it's aligned with you. And this is the part that nobody talks about. See, every time you explain yourself, you are leaking energy, and that is real energy that could be spent on you. Real, tangible energy that you genuinely need for yourself. Just really think about the mental load of all of that and how much energy it takes you to create change in your life when it's always needing to go through the filter of someone else and pass through their approval and acceptance. You make a decision, you think about how you're gonna craft that decision, how to best present it. You send your explanation with the decision that you might be wanting to make. You then have to wait for their response. You then get their response and you're monitoring their reaction. Okay, is this approval? Is this disapproval? Then you go back into your head trying to think about if you presented it properly, if the way you said it was correct, and if they know exactly what you mean by what you're trying to do or say. That is an enormous and egregious amount of mental and emotional energy going toward getting someone else to approve a decision that you have already made for your own life. You internally already know what you want to do. You've already made the decision, but you let yourself down every single time by going to someone to get their approval and that acceptance from them. And consistently doing this over and over not only opens that door for a free-for-all, but it consistently trains your nervous system to believe that you are not trustworthy. Remember that everything you do is creating an emotional imprint in your body, in your system. You are basically crafting these templates in your body, in your emotional body, in your mental body, that are then going to be used for future reference points, right? So every time you go to somebody else for an approval or a decision, that is now an imprint in your nervous system, like, okay, another reason why we don't trust ourselves. You're constantly feeding evidence and proof of what you want and how you want to live, or the things that you don't want to do anymore, but you continue to do. Like, there's always a neuroplasticity situation happening. Like, you're building further connections. Either that's helping you or it's not helping you. And there's something else that happens when you constantly do this. Not only do you over time erode your own self-trust, therefore now you can't make the smallest decision by yourself, you're also telling people and signaling to people, like subconsciously, that you are up for negotiation. Like, whatever you're doing in your life is up for debate, it's up for negotiation. You're showing them that your boundaries and your standards come with tiny fine print, and they're reading that fine print that says if you push long enough, then I will probably give in. And so these people are doing it not because they're bad necessarily, right? A lot of times people don't intentionally know what they're doing. It's their interaction with how you're presenting yourself. They are only reflecting back to you what you believe within yourself and how you're operating within yourself. So because you've been showing them that pushing will get them results, that is what they will continue to do. So here's the mindset shift that transformed everything for me, every part of my life. You do not owe anyone an explanation for anything that you do in your life. That is it. That is the entire mindset shift. Your no can be a final answer. It can literally be a full stop sentence. No. You making a decision and saying, I've decided, does not need to have anything attached to it. There doesn't need to be a because or a huge declaration and justification as to why you're doing that thing. You can simply just say that this is what you're doing, and constantly being in that energy that you're grounded and you're sort of like contained within yourself will slowly start to shift how other people engage with you in your own life. You being firm and saying no, or saying I've decided this, and not leaving that door slightly cracked for an opinion, will start to reshape how people approach you. It will be like, oh my God, go for it, you got this, versus are you sure? Like, should you be doing that? Maybe you should reconsider. I have done this in my own life. People now in my life, my close inner circle, my core peeps, now know if I've made a decision, it's done and it's final, because I have the last word in my life. People used to offer me up opinions about everything, especially from like 2020 to 2023, because I was always like leaving that crack open. People were slipping into the crack, and that doesn't sound very good. They were coming into my door and just letting it be known about what they think, and I was listening. But what I noticed when I stopped over explaining and I made that mindset shift, like no is a full stop answer. There was no back and forth. There was no should you consider this, or I actually think that that's not a good idea. Because in my mind, that mindset shift let me stop allowing things to have an energy of this is up for debate and this is like open for conversation. And trust me, it might feel scary to do this, but people will adjust. And I always say that if you do something in your life that is different, that goes against everything you've ever been, and people don't align or agree with you, or they start dropping off, they were never your people to begin with. Everybody who belongs in my life and who is important to me in my life has stayed with me through my shedding, my constant shedding, through my evolutions, from going from a tomboy to being very feminine and girly and dressed very nicely. I used to be very hobo looking, and now I always take care of myself, right? From aesthetics to internal. The core people that have always belonged in my life have always stayed with me through these evolutions. So remember that there are thousands of versions of you that exist right now because you've had thousands of interactions with people. The version of you that you have of yourself is the only one that ever counts. And I want to be clear about something, because you might be thinking, Vikita, this seems a little unkind and cold and very rude. But let me tell you, what did we talk about? Duality, right? We're allowed to be warm and firm at the same time, and being in your divine feminine energy and really being in that magnetic frequency comes down to your ability to handle that, to have that duality. Being warm, but being like, no, actually, no, we're not gonna do that. Being kind and being nice are two very different things and energies. Being nice is you can say whatever you want. I'll listen. I'll take it on board. Things are always up for debate in my life. I don't really trust myself. It's a lack of self-respect. Being kind is being firm. It's being warm and open and loving, but still letting people know with your energy and your internal position that my no is a full stop answer. My boundaries are my boundaries. My standards are my standards, and it's not up for debate. If this is something you're working on, I'd love to know in the comments. Drop it below so I can read them all. And if you really want to understand the internal positioning of what makes someone magnetic and all the energy behind like being that person who just sort of has it, then watch this video next. I will see you over there, and if I don't, I'll see you in my next one.